First of all, I'm a coach. If you know, I really even know, so I'm to be in the maybe. And second of all, first the president said Ghana will not, and our government will not sponsor people to the World Cup. And now we have the sports minister also saying government will sponsor 800 people at a cost of 9,200 and something dollars per head. Sad news with me, no, you're funding.
Kwesi, baby, I'm the man who see you. Otuado sacking, it came at the wrong time because we now have almost 71 days to the World Cup. Now we sacking will coach I didn't call World Cup or no prepare team no. And we demanding Otuado to be sacked no. I check because Oba and you who is say born or born as a players need an arguing neighbor. You need football, you can be say identity. Ghana Blasters in it. So Spanish for born now, you could see that this is the identity. Or England now. We say Thomas Tuchel our identity be already obo. And then I contribute to my team. It mean by Blaster the Libya we say and also no do nibi we identity be. And if you have such a coach now we call World Cup. Well here it will be a disaster at that place. And that place, you know, a place every player want to make a statement over there. Because an avenue for them to market themselves very well too.
It's the mecca of football.
Yes. After the 2010 World Cup, there will be a place in Biko PA. Kevin Prince Boateng was heading towards Genoa and AC Milan for Eberfan because of his splendid performance at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Now to the Nkofona Abayani so best sponsor of the Omako World Cup. You see, idea about John Dramani Mahama one Abayin aired by Zil Fiasco a World Cup. Sasemno Besine Eda so enama was a free anchor.
Yeah.
He was a potential presidential candidate.
Yeah.
But because of that fiasco, no, was in a political career to the extent of a whole committee or be party committee anyway. I was feeling for him.
Yeah, the coefficient in the
yeah, so also Kubeba Konane boy or Casio Koto Kubeba was a $5 was $10 bino. And or buy no accounting the way I know see soon the how and you're more fame at that place. No. That's a buy no say baby say you didn't pay 800 air co World Cup. Well, say almost raising funds to sponsor such people to the World Cup. It is a good thing. And I applaud the fact say the ambassador now or US, you know, to and among say on gather supporters in US and make it easy for them. Send them on Babeka 800 no one ever no matter on my stadium. I can support the Ghana Blaster. But Otuado corner the Ebebo and I didn't move the Obano and we see a very experienced coach. At least was steady team for some time. My CHIDI say Benjamin Ofe. Benjamin Ofe has been around the team. He knows the players. So he knows how to
arrange the former Moroccan national team coach.
Because of the achievement of our World Cup. He is the first African coach to reach the semi-finals. One of the first African country. Of Morocco. Recently, African boy, one another coach in Morocco after he resigned. So he knows how the World Cup. You beat me about here the African and Ghana is aiming to qualify and get to that semi-final stage, at least be third, and I said before that's become Morocco on my SR record. Gradually, a time will come, an African team will win the World Cup, and they start from somewhere. So we need an experienced coach, or team, and who said this is how you players need be morning ball or club side. I teach you to say Antoine Semenyo. Okay, the will see ball power club side. Now, Oba Blaster, and I see me and Fanny and Boy, a Hagana for.
And I have what I say because Baby or Bob or pitch, look, or stadium, no
player be
fans in the behavior. What cameras now? What to told you? When we still do my heading.
Have you
not been complaining?
Yes, I want
no,
that should tell you, say, over the years, we haven't been faithful to our football. You say a football. Yeah, co-World Cup. This, I think that this is the fourth time.
I think the fifth time.
This is the fourth time I ever call World Cup. No, I think
Germany
2006, 2006, 2010, 2014, 2022. So for this the fifth time.
Yeah.
You see, you can't see pram pram. You need to be pram pram. Sports facility now complex now. That way you be. But Morocco more facilities or more. Even Senegal, the way they've invested in their sports now, and how their players are performing now. What they compare, yeah, grow. Yeah, for Kobo, yeah, for Boga players and so on. Fine, they are talent, or more talent, no bit me. But how much are we like what's maybe investment Ben I will look at football as Ghana can ubufu.
Yeah.
Because the one I can ubufu.
Yeah.
Because I say, oh my the last time who a trophy. So that time a Blaster IG trophy. Can I'm sure because yeah, it's no be our yes. 1982. Where squad na GN na.
Oh, no, okay.
Where squad na GN na they compare 44 years. Blaster me say Blaster acquired the trophy that. But investment akọ outside no. Can the same investment no call other sports discipline and can buy na your Benjamin Azamati be 1,000. But they be an investor of Blaster. They be and it seems say every means to be baby and the focus of Blaster.
Yeah.
GFN baby their focus is on the Blaster. They don't focus much in our local like in our local league in how they invest the kind of investment also local players so they do certain standard. South Africa investment even Tanzania our players are going to Tanzania, Ethiopia to play. I'm not saying that it's bad
to play in their league.
I'm not saying that it's bad. But we're scared the more
Ghana players, sorry,
yes,
Tanzania,
Ghanaian players are Sudan.
I see.
The kind of investment
the way local league negu.
Na mo local league. Na mo league. Na league are from first to be 8th. Omo points in ya say ya the koro.
What do you expect after the dismissal of Coach Otto Addo?
I'm expecting that there should be a proper plan, not only for the Blasters, but for the entire football fraternity in this country. I believe that this current GF and also a Saki will be they failed us. The kind of hope that some of us we had in Ketuke or by enemy who fast will be abaso.
I see.
I've not seen what he has done. Yes, a bus be raising certain standard, we a mouth football, but in terms of what we love, the Blasters need a local league, me catch us about to play 5
Minim coach credit.
But to players 5
Very well. AB, I know you are sports avid. I am not very much inclined when it comes to sports, but when Black Stars are involved, I try to pay attention. Now we have our coach sacked, barely 70 something days to the World Cup. Is it 70 days?
Yeah, today about 70 days.
About 70 days to the World Cup. How do you situate that? Is it a good move? CHIDI is saying the timing is wrong because we are short of time. We are barely to the World Cup. A new coach will have to come and acquaint himself or herself. Is there a possibility of going for a coach to come and then familiarize yourself with the team and everybody? And then we are barely 2-3 months away to the World Cup. What do you say to that?
First of all, I think they always say when the aged succeeds the aged, you have only postponed the funeral. So penny, it be penny idea. A year can wedding with Tuasheda. The focus has been on Otto, but I am maybe someone say, what about the appointing authority? But what they may or more point to Otto should have been the first people Ghanaians should call for their sack. Because in no serious country and under no circumstance, and Uncle Biti so to Addo, a Black Stars manager.
In the first place and now in the second place.
Both stinks. As a matter of fact, he even gets worse with his second coming. Because the coming of Otto Addo the second time was just an act of opportunism.
By who?
Or no Otto Addo na ankasa.
But he didn't bring himself. Somebody brought him.
Otto Addo. And the Ghana, a boy, you playoff. And I mean, personally, you see the word qualified Ghana because we'll be boy whole 5 matches.
Really?
And the could do point, And a Nipanen to me, I know you have Connie a Pamon and they do to Dubai. So about 2 matches. In those 2 matches, Otto Addo didn't win. Now me Barbara Sports Stadium and Ghana and then Nigeria ball go let's draw. And I feel you call a year Nigeria. I call ball 1-1. A war. After that game, in December of 2022, after a call World Cup IFM group stage, and Otto Addo organized a press conference. I be a Ghana referee, and catch a Ghana phone in say, even though GF in a person or continue for continuity sake, so they be able to build a team. I bet to me a winning, a perform better in the next World Cup. Otto Addo share Ghana phone in any catch or no. The commitment with Borussia Dortmund. Club said you know even a manager or ye scout. And countryman so go friend a coaching scout or a scout coach. No, a scout.
One players a top man.
Yes. At youth level.
Yeah.
Now, or respect contractor, but what them or respect contractor, Borussia Dortmund, and then assign the contract in your winter. It's a or sign call back. Irrespective of the fact that the GFA were willing to table a new contract
and give him the national team of the country. He was itching to go back and be as a banker.
But you see, it was part of a larger scheme by Utuado.
I see.
Initially, Obeje Ghana was Nigeria again or the World Cup, and it was just to expose himself.
Yeah.
And if luckily Senka Ghana to me qualify out of the group stage near Yadia Kakra, would have opened the doors for him to get clubs or Germany in particular.
Yeah.
The family in our Germany. So he had no plan to come and stay in Ghana.
I get that.
So Ghana was just a stepping stone for Utuado. And it backfired the first time. So he thought, let me go back to Dortmund. I can climb up the ladder. Until he was appointed again in 2023. Nothing changed about his position with Dortmund.
Yeah.
An opportunity in the down. Now the Mama dream about appointing authority so American the Ghana Football Association and the Ketu Kreku. Almost Black Stars coach. After Utuado cancer and same way in Ghana, they kind of plans on Dortmund and then I come out. Ghana Football Association had the criteria. We say, you may be an I say school school
requirements.
You school na requirement. I say we meet. When you meet that and out to me qualify. You call university na no ye. What's if we Obi Onyanko Beko University of Ghana. But program of person no cut off point no ni ho. Into akwa we any university be enye eno. GFA criteria on the buy no so mo pe coach Waji abodin waji so obi anim so waji aboye proven winner with a top men's national team or club. The coach waji laurels trophies either a national team bimu and a club. That was the first on the list of criteria. The second one almost also say must hold the highest must have the football philosophy that aligns and complements with her DNA. Ghana, you see a ball, the friend are growth.
DNA no bro for now we can.
Yes, GFA criteria on my coach before to the third one was must hold the highest football license in the world with over 15 years of coaching experience. 15 years. You got the highest license in the world, a UEFA certificate A, license A. At that time, Utuado didn't have it. As a matter of fact, Utuado has never even been a coach, not to talk of meeting a 15-year criteria. Now, the last one at GFA for now, I say, must have a proven track record in team reconstruction, organization, and development of young talent.
Here's a person who has never been a coach.
So, Utuado, and as of that time, we were made to understand that over 100 CVs had been submitted
by other coaches who were interested.
By other coaches. Top European coaches,
who were
including
interested
African
in
coaches.
Yeah.
Was meets our criteria.
Yeah.
And the GF, for whatever reason, this one more to do. The only candidate who didn't meet even a single one.
Was it because of money?
In fact, he didn't apply.
It was the one. That's the word.
He did not even apply.
So winning, yes. Who said you may be on? It was an act of opportunism. Or you may be on. So, because you may be a that baby. Obi oba no abefa ne pen, actual application, akwa printing a CV, and a certificate, copies of the akono.
He means
it tells you that person has the desire for the job.
He's prepared for it for a long time.
Yes. So over 100 CVs were submitted. The person who didn't show any interest and found a home,
he didn't apply.
Certificates near the
How did that happen? Is it politics or what?
Everything. Nepotism, politics.
Goodness.
And you see, the most important factor was about control
of the team.
And that has been what GFA boss, Keto Kreku, the tool we used to Ghana football since he assumed office in 2019. He's a control freak. He wants to have control over everything, every aspect of Ghana football. The league, the junior national teams, and then the senior national
Did we not say the same?
So he brought in someone
he could control.
So okay, before Chris shooting a national team, there were rumors all over, and even during his tenure, there were always constant suggestions say the GFA at loggerheads. The only reason was because Chris shooting was not their man.
Nah.
Chris shooting was actually the government's man.
Yeah. Okay.
He has good relations with the
President
Akufo-Addo family
and,
and the likes. So they felt with his experience and exposure, having coached top players in even with that, the GFA didn't like him.
Because
and
they
they did him. Everything humanly possible to undermine him to make sure he failed.
To frustrate his job.
He succeeded.
I see.
And Utuadwa. Any of the other coaches who applied over 100 CVs no receive, especially the experts now, that record. There was no way they would allow someone like Ketu Kreku to control them. So Ket brought in someone who didn't have the desire to coach Ghana, someone who had told us, no, Ghana kind of plans, so Dortmund, and Crown no scout, no, and who yana chain, or be coaching penny for, or ball, top flight football, Europe, or Mujiska Kessin, a channel, and a coffin. So what were you expecting?
I see.
Now, Otuado na Nkasaso is part of his own downfall. Me who manager na coach or a walking contradiction of Onwane Juma or Echen Otuado.
How?
In one breath, Otuado promised Ghanaians and say, I will come and play beautiful football. Onwane catch it. The next minute, no, I make it quick U-turn or say, but mean to me, assure me of results. How is that possible? How
Big football and any
actually, see a winning matches, and I see a court tournament a yadi. But you beautiful football.
As a football, the more time class in politics.
Yes. Then another minute, the same Otuado comes to tell us that he has an idea what he wants to do with Ghana national team going into the World Cup. Okolusu 5-1 against Austria. He was also a very reactive coach. He only reacts to what his opponents does. It is the most infantile statement that any coach can make. Say, go into a game, you don't have your own plan.
I'm going to look at what my opponent is doing.
Your opponent, goodness. That's the caliber of person we brought.
All right, so I can see you're not surprised that he sacked you or relieved
The
him.
truth is that I have never been surprised by anything connected to the name Utuado.
Very well. Let me get this. What is this thing about government position on funds to the World Cup and then what the minister is saying and what the president is saying? Have you heard the two statements?
We don't learn. It's the one thing it's very synonymous with Ghanaian culture. She will be I mean, diverted Accra. I want to say Accra, Newtown, and then be able to go on. When you say people started raising concern about Sadan
4 years, 5 years ago, yeah.
Kumasi then be see your coin so that could do. People about some months ago, I'm a man for a post on social media
because
young
of
Kamoshi, yeah. The Black Stars, they are the same thing. 2014, you could go and win mass for Brazil. You swear sika, a ferry sika na Brazil streets muna you shuffle money. Now security. We became the ridicule of the whole world. Sports pandas in who be sada a belittle ye. You buy me a CSC committee, Jamefe Commission, respected judge is all Supreme Court.
Now he's a justice,
Yes. And Nipa nim the four no more committee, including lawyer Fuamoni, came up with a report. And in that report, they were categorical, they were crystal. Said, on no account should the Ghana government ever airlift supporters to a World Cup.
But this is a new government.
Committee in a report by the next AFCON, which was 2015. The same thing.
No. What does committee? What is their problem?
The countries who go to the World Cup.
Wait, I'm coming. Let me establish this. What was the committee's problem? The effect committee. That recommendation I don't get. Is it the fans are more LFT? Managers misuse Canada.
No, it was
the fans were in the stadium all the time.
Taxpayer funds.
Yeah.
And how to
those people are also taxpayers themselves.
Yes. So a lot of the Brazil incidents, no one say, aban sika ye say no na Ghana fo ani anything. And
that's yeah. Because all other countries, most other countries
there was also reason for that. Commission international who say aman asebio omo wiase omo sika chen yi mpa yi tumi call mo
Yeah,
ko
well,
pacho
thank you.
esre omo sika
They
no
elect
so,
people.
omo mfa amanfo nko.
Is that so?
No.
Yes.
England does not take supporters to a World Cup.
You find your own trip.
Neither does the United States. As a matter of fact, United States football team, no, US soccer national team, it is privately funded.
Of course.
US are buying $1 and support to the
Yes,
US.
I've had
national
any
team.
team, yeah.
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 Even in
Team
England.
Even
no
if
mpo na
that's
buying them
sponsored.
who can supporters no me bomb.
England or more, because the US or more heavy.
No,
Yes.
England is the FA that sponsors.
That's the point. England national team is the football association
Yeah.
and the funding.
Yeah.
The government doesn't
No, the
contribute a
prince is the
pound.
head of the FA.
Exactly. So the point is, we don't learn. A buying bebo supporters no because we be benye bi.
Of course.
That's the point. Enuntra. Jama for commission for igusu oho. Say a document.
And the
public
same
document.
government or Tremao.
That is the point. Ain't say a commission of experienced football administrators,
Judges.
public servants, including judges, into me
Lawyers.
the report, but say, a mere leftisika and fanko national team camp biada, and my young fast supporters and any tournament. Now, by any saying, me, I'm a tell you, then I'm to make.
Very well. Very well. Viewers, yes, somebody was asking, are we now doing sports? Come on, man. This is a national issue. We have to talk about it. And don't forget, we don't just talk about current affairs and politics. This is current affairs. It may not be politics, but it's also a social issue. And so that is why we needed to take a bite. Now, let's look at some two other outstanding issues before we come to